He walked into that interview on crutches, pretending he couldn't stand on his own. She was supposed to walk into the same interview and secure the only job that could save her mother's life, but in one small moment. She stopped to help him instead, and without knowing it, that single choice destroyed everything she had been fighting for. And quietly set both of their lives on a collision course neither of them could escape. The lobby of Hargrove Industries smelled like money, cold marble floors stretched across the massive hall. Glass walls rose high above like a monument to power. Security stood at every entrance, still and silent. Jaylen stood near the elevators, leaning on worn crutches, his hoodie loose, one leg wrapped in a cheap brace. No one looked at him twice. That was intentional, because Jaylen wasn't just another visitor, he was the owner of the company, and he had done this before, walked in disguised as someone with nothing, to see how people treated those they thought didn't matter. What he saw made his expression tighten. Two women in the hiring line were whispering loudly about a girl standing nearby. She looks like she shops at a gas station. Probably came straight from a shelter. The girl didn't react, her name tag read Morgan. She held her folder tightly against her chest, standing perfectly still, like she was trying not to take up space at all. Her clothes were clean, pressed, careful. Her shoes slightly worn. Her hair pulled back with precision that came from effort, not luxury. She looked like someone who had prepared for this moment all night. Knowing she was still behind everyone else in the room, Jaylen watched her closely. She didn't argue, she didn't cry, she just stared at the elevator doors like everything in her life depended on what happened next. One job, that was all she was holding on to. The woman leading the group wore a red blazer, Tara, senior HR manager. She glanced at Jaylen and frowned. This isn't a disability clinic. Jaylen said nothing. The elevator doors opened, everyone moved at once. That's when his crutch slipped. He stumbled, not dramatic. Just enough to miss the elevator completely. The doors slid shut, and he was left behind. For a moment, the lobby felt quieter, then Morgan stepped back out. He walked into that interview on crutches, pretending he couldn't stand on his own. She was supposed to walk into the same interview and secure the only job that could save her mother's life, but in one small moment. She stopped to help him instead, and without knowing it, that single choice destroyed everything she had been fighting for. And quietly set both of their lives on a collision course neither of them could escape. The interview floor was divided into glass rooms. Candidates waited in numbered chairs. Morgan sat in seat 7, Jaylen stood nearby, watching everything. 20 minutes passed, then her name was called, Morgan. She stood immediately, but at that exact moment, Jaylen's second crutch snapped. He fell hard onto one knee. The crack echoed through the hall. Every head turned. Morgan froze. She looked at the interview room, then at him, then back again. The decision happened fast. She walked to him, helped him up, picked up the crutch, and steadied him. 90 seconds. That's all it took. When she turned back, the door was closed. She had missed it. You were not present when called. The receptionist said. They moved on. Morgan stood still, not angry, not loud, just still. Then she nodded, okay. She sat back down, opened her folder, and didn't move again. Jaylen wanted to speak, but couldn't, so he left. That night, everything caught up with him, his company, his uncle Devin stealing from him, the board meeting coming the next day, and Morgan, the one person who helped him without knowing who he was. He tried to find her, but she was gone. Weeks later, he found her again by accident at an industrial yard outside the city. She was working, carrying heavy loads, tired but steady. Who is she? He asked. Name's Morgan, someone said. Lost everything after her mom died. Couldn't get stable work after that. She's raising her sisters alone. Jaylen said nothing. He just watched her work. That night, he went to her address, and waited outside. When Morgan arrived, she stopped immediately. You. I wasn't sure you'd remember me. The elevator, she said. The interview. She sat beside him. Small talk came and went, then she let him inside. The room was small, clean, but clearly hard-earned. A folding table, 2 chairs, a curtain separating sleeping space. She cooked rice and beans. They ate, and slowly, the truth came out. Her mother got sick. She tried to get a job with insurance, but she missed the interview, and then she was gone. Her voice stayed calm, but the weight of it filled the room. Jaylen looked down. He didn't tell her the truth. He didn't say it was his fault. He only said, "I'm sorry." And meant it completely. After that, he kept coming back, small visits, small help, until one day, he offered her another interview. She agreed. On Thursday, she arrived at Hargrove Industries, and stopped, the same building, the same lobby, the same marble floor, but this time, Jaylen was waiting. No disguise, no crutches, no mask. "I'm Jaylen Hargrove," he said. "This is my company." Everything stopped. The interview was a test. He explained everything, how he was watching, how she was the only one who showed real character, and how she lost everything because of him. Then he stepped forward, dropped to one knee, in front of everyone. "I want to spend my life trying to deserve what you did for me." He looked up. "Will you let me try?" Morgan stood still, looking at him, the ring, the building, the memory. Then she said, "Yes." The lobby erupted. She was promoted into leadership of a new hiring division, built to find people like her. Tara was reassigned under her. Morgan's sisters got better education. Her life slowly rebuilt itself, and the old folding table, Jaylen kept it in his office, not as decoration, but as a reminder, that character isn't about who gets power, it's about who uses it to lift someone else, and that survives everything.